after you've done your assessment, and now you've put your routine in place. And if you've got one of these dogs who follows you around everywhere, start to build some independence at home. So feed them in a different room, and you can use baby gates. Baby gates are one of the greatest inventions known to dog owners. So you can use baby gates when you're giving your dog the dinner, put the dinner down, close the baby gate, walk away for a minute, come back, so your dog knows that good things can happen when you're not there. And practice that. So have a handful of treats with you when you're just sitting around watching television, and just throw some treats on the floor and just go into the kitchen for a minute and then come back, and practice these kind of micro leavings. So these tiny little short leavings of a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, while the dog always knows that good things can still happen when you're not there. Because for those dogs who follow you around, they don't actually believe that. They believe they've got to be with you because you're the source of all good things. And that's what we've taught them. You know, we've trained our puppies, we've tried to get them to pay attention to us. And then suddenly we're saying, no, you can't. No, you have to stay somewhere else. So
I suppose those little steps, it's a very nice way of getting them used to that, almost without noticing that you're doing it.
Absolutely. And you're not just leaving them, you're leaving them with something good. So you're scattering treats and then you're going away, or you're giving them their dinner and then you're going away, so that the dog can start to think, okay, good stuff can still happen when she's not here, or he's not here, or they're not here. Don't just walk off and leave your dog, because then that's when your dog's going to start to get worried, because they've got nothing to take their mind off it. And you can slowly build up the time that you stay away. So you can build it up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but just always leave them with something really good. And what you can also do is you can rubber Kong toys are absolutely fantastic. You can stuff them full of food and put them somewhere, and they'll take ages for your dog to chew and empty. And if you attach them to something or put them in somewhere that the dog can't pick them up, licky mats are really, really good. You can get licky mats that you can stick to walls, and you can just send your dog off to go and lick the licky mat. He can't bring it up and bring it to you, so he gets a little bit more confident being a little bit further away from you. So you're just building all these positive steps to leave. What you're not doing is suddenly just going, right, I'm off, I'm going to work, and I'll see you in 4 hours. You're starting to just get your dog used to being on their own a little bit. And also practice training exercises that means your dog voluntarily goes away from you. So retrieves, throwing toys and them going away from you, or placing a toy somewhere and sending them to get it. So they build confidence away from you. Even just doing stays, if you've done obedience work with your dog, just stays and walk away from them and come back, all the time, just building confidence and building that distance between you. And you can spend a good week doing that, and don't rush it. But one of the things I would say is get on the internet, get on any one of the sites, shopping sites, and get yourself a webcam. Get yourself something that you can watch your dog when they're home on their own, because that's going to be really important. I went through all those symptoms of separation anxiety, and most of those you won't know because you won't see them. You won't see if your dog's panting or drooling. You won't see if they're pacing. You won't see if they're chewing their paws or if they just look really, really anxious. And unless you've got close neighbours, you probably won't know that they're barking or whining either. So get something you can set up. I'm technologically useless, but even I can kind of link a webcam to my phone on an app so that I can see what's going on at home no matter where I am. And that is going to be really, really useful, because there's a crazy statistic that says something between 30 to 50% of dogs have separation anxieties, but most of the owners don't know. So that's dogs who are in a high degree of anxiety and stress because they're being left. And as soon as you get people to get a webcam and see what their dog does, they suddenly either go, okay, I can relax now because it's all fine. He just goes and sleeps and he's absolutely fine. Or, she just lies around, or it's all fine. Or they suddenly realize the dog that they thought was fine really, really isn't. And so again, you can then be accurate about what you need to do. And at this point, you again might decide that you need behavioural help at this point.